listening to Untangle It All with Ella
and Emily. We're two stylists, one podcast, and zero filter. We're talking hair, hustle, and everything in between.
Now, this may never even make any sense to anyone, but we are recording back to back right now. Mm-hmm. We just filmed another episode.
We did, and now we're doing a second one.
Miss Emily is deciding to be rude and go on a vacation.
Yeah.
So we need to have 2 episodes ready to go. But thing is, we tried a new recording technique for the one that we just recorded.
Yeah.
So it might not be ready or edited. So unfortunately, we might only put this one up and then need to take a week off till Emily gets back. But we do have 2 episodes recorded. It's just whether or not they're going to be on time.
We are working it out. We're ironing out the little things that come with starting a new podcast, a new adventure. We're learning every single episode. We're having so much fun. We love the feedback, and sometimes technology just can be wonky, and whether that affects the episode we just recorded, we're unsure, but we're prepared. If we have to take a week off, we'll take a week off, but we just thank you guys for listening and tuning in.
I'll be pissed if it...
I know, because it was a really good one. It was a good one, so I'm hoping I can edit, I can put my hat on, get my coffee, sit and really edit good so that it sounds great, but we'll see.
In case anyone is wondering, I am not the techie one. That's all Emily.
We got some new mics, so we've been playing around with them, playing around with the best setup, what we should do, so we're working on it.
But they're just kind of deciding to be a little bit bitchy and not wanting to work for us. But we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. So we thought this segment we would talk about the business side of beauty. When you go to school, they touch on it ever so briefly, the business side. And I don't even know how much every school does. Like, I think it depends on the courses. I don't know in your course, did you guys have to create a business?
No.
Yeah, see, when I took the course, and I know years prior to when I took it, one of the big things was doing a project, and it was worth a lot of marks, where you create your own business. So we learned a bit about the business side, but still not a whole lot, and it is a big part of beauty.
Yeah, I feel like you're saying ever so slightly. I feel like ours was never so slightly. I don't think we really talked about much of the business side.
Yeah, and that maybe that's normal in a lot of the beauty programs. Maybe it doesn't talk about the business side as much, but we definitely did a little bit, but not enough. Like, no. So we just wanted to come on and talk about the business side of it, help people out, and just get to know what that entails in the hair world.
And for some people, they might pretend that this is something that doesn't matter, but it does. Mm-hmm. Or some people, this might just not be their style of an episode. Yep. But we're going to go with it anyways, because it is very important. We have touched on probably all of these things, but like over different episodes. Yeah. This time we decided to sit down and like strictly talk about each thing and why it is so important.
Just the business, definitely. So success really does depend on the business side, and even if you're not a business owner, if you want to be the best employee that you can be, you really should know the business side of things so that you are helping the business succeed. And that comes down in pricing, policies, the clients. It can depend on your slow season. Some hairstylists have a side income, and something else that can really affect the business side, which affects everything, and we'll probably mention it every single episode, your mental health.
100%.
Yeah. So the first thing that we thought that we would touch on is undercharging and why it hurts, because that's something that a lot of stylists feel pressure about. It is something that you're always learning. It can be a taboo subject. But pricing and why undercharging really hurts us.
Yeah. Like, I know for us, we have set prices at our salon. And I know sometimes it feels bad. Like, if someone comes in and they're like, I literally just need a dusting. Yeah. Like, that haircut right there is costing you $35, $65. Yep. But, like, we're blocked. Like, you have us blocked out for that time. Like, we are still using our tools and everything, which I get. I always feel bad charging that if someone literally just gets a no haircut as we call it, but unfortunately that's how we have to do it. Like, businesses have to keep running. Like,
and with Elle and I guess some people may say we're lucky in a way, because if somebody argues us with our pricing, like, we work for a corporation, we work for a big company, we don't set the prices, we have to follow them. Somebody who owns their own business or chair rental, whatever, they may have a harder time with people trying to, like, nickel and dime them and barter. Don't be a barter system. Like, undercharging your value and your worth, that's just going to lead to a lot of burnout and resentment. And you're trying, like, to work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
But if you're undercharging, you're going to work harder for less money, and that's not okay. That's not fair. Like Ella said, it can be hard if somebody comes in and they get a really little haircut and you're charging them the full price of a haircut. But it is the experience and what you're putting into it, and you're still picking up your scissors, you're still cutting, you're still sectioning, you're still blocking out that amount of time.
Exactly. And, like, no matter if I take one snip or 700 snips, I am doing your hair the same I would do a huge, big transformation. Like, I am taking the time. Like, I'm still making sure, like, do you want this product in your hair? I'm still going to offer you that warm towel. Like, I'm going to give you the best experience I can, even if you're only in my chair for 10 minutes.
Exactly. And, like, if you're undercharging, the reason it can lead to resentment is because maybe those haircuts that are coming in, you know you're getting paid less than you're worth. So you start thinking, ugh, I don't want to do that haircut. You start to hate doing that haircut. You start to not put your all into that haircut because you think you're not getting paid what you're worth. Like, that affects the client's experience with what you're doing.
Sorry about that. I'm on a rocking chair. But it's true.
Yep. And something that you really need to look into whenever you are starting to price, it's called your break-even rate. So there's a lot of things you need to factor into that break-even rate when you're trying to decide how to price your services. Some things that are included in that break-even rate are your rent or your commission, the products that you use, the tools that you need to buy, how you need to maintenance those tools, and your time. And maintaining tools is a cost that you still need to build into.
100%. What is it? Like, every time we get our scissors sharpened?
Like $40.
Yeah, we're throwing, like, yes, people be like, oh, that's nothing. But, like, when you have to do it every so often, that adds up.
He comes, like, the guy who comes to sharpen our shears, he comes, like, every 6 weeks.
I was going to say, I want to say minimum 6 weeks.
I have 3 or 4 pairs of scissors. I'm sure a lot of people have multiple pairs, so you may be rotating out each time he comes what gets sharpened, or if your clippers get sharpened, but that's still an expense that you need to keep track of. Even if you are not chair rental or commission, you still can also keep track of all the tools you buy throughout the year, the maintenance you put into your tools, products that you use for work, if for some reason that applies to you. Once they get to a certain dollar amount, those can be claimed under work expenses at tax time. So
that fun time.
Keep track of all this, but that is included in your break-even rate, because you need to make sure that you're at bare minimum breaking even whenever you're pricing.
Exactly.
Ideally, you're making money, but you don't want to be losing money.
And I want to go back for just a second, talking about, like, even our haircuts. Another thing, especially for us not making our own prices, is when it comes to a color. Yeah. Like, it's a starting price, and we shouldn't feel bad if we have to bump it up an extra $50 because we had to use extra product, extra time, 100%. Things like that. We really have to show our worth. Yeah. And yes, you might feel bad for charging someone this, but again, you think of it later, be like, how much did those foils cost? All that lightener, all this, my time, like, you're worth what you are charging.
Exactly. It's so true. And you can't feel bad about it. Money, it probably goes back to, like, how you were brought up around money. Like, was money a taboo thing? Was money looked at as, like, evil? Was money looked at as something that you don't really discuss? That can contribute also to how you look at pricing, and those things are called money blocks, and you may need to figure out what your own money block is and how you can work around that, because you got to get over real quick pricing.
I need to raise a hand for a second.
What's that?
What does it mean when you say taboo?
Taboo
in
means
that way.
like...
Because, like, I have a game called Taboo.
Saying something's taboo to talk about means, like, it's hush-hush. You shouldn't talk
like
about
secret.
it. Like, yeah, like, it's, like...
Well, yeah, like, people say, like, you don't talk about money in front of others. Like, it's rude, almost.
Yes, and it shouldn't be. It's not rude. It should be talked about, and it should be known, like... Society should know it too, because any business that's operating, that's their prices, same as restaurant. It goes into their break even. Hairstylist, no different.
Obviously, it's not like we're going in and be like, how much do you make?
Yep.
We're going in being like, this is our price, this is what we charge.
Exactly, and people need to remember that when they're paying, that is our livelihood.
Yeah.
That is, like, especially if somebody chair rents or commission or owns their own salon, like, that is their wage. That is their salary. Don't be standing there negotiating it. No one does that with you at your job. Hopefully. So it's no different.
100%. And, like, for us, like, obviously, tips are not expected, but they are very much appreciated, and we appreciate them so much. But, like, I know for us, I don't remember how the commission works, but, like, you have to make so much more than what you earn to make that extra commission, like, that extra money on your paycheck.
Yes, yeah.
So, like, that being our price, that is the bare minimum for us, because we still need to make so much more to even get that extra bit. To get the
extra commission, exactly. So even if someone's on hourly, they still can earn some commission. And I know that it's really common for people to think that if somebody owns their own salon or somebody rents a chair, like, they don't need to get tips because they pocket everything. Please remember that what they are pocketing is going towards their break-even rate. They're not just getting $35 for your haircut and that's $35 in their pocket. That $35 goes towards a lot of things. Their internet, their lights, their heat, their product. Like, I can go on of all that goes towards that. A tip, they do deserve a tip just as much as anybody else deserves a tip. So just because somebody owns their own business doesn't mean that they
deserve it any less.
Exactly.
They don't make the extra money.
And like,
people think you make more money if you're a business owner. That's not
exactly
always the case.
It's not true. Like, there's so much overhead, there's so much expenses. I can honestly say I have no desire of ever owning my own salon. I don't want to deal with the headache. I don't want to deal with the overhead. I'm very thankful for the ones that do take that on, because they employ people like myself who aren't interested. But I've seen and heard how much extra goes into owning the business, and it's not something I want to take on by any means.
Like, maybe I would like to eventually when I'm older, but I'm talking like 15, 20 years down the road.
Yeah. And maybe I'll change my mind, but I really can't see it. I just don't want to deal with that. Something that I thought was interesting, like a tip to price with confidence, is sell the experience. So really, you can elevate the experience for the client a little bit so that you're selling the experience more. If you feel bad about your haircut, there's little extras that you can throw in. Like, Ella and I actually work at a salon that's like an a la carte. So what you pay is just like a haircut is just a haircut. Yeah. You have to pay extra for a shampoo. You have to pay extra for a blowout. Not all salons operate on that.
And again, we don't pick that. Yeah. We don't choose that.
Exactly. We work for a salon that's how that chain operates, and it works great. But if you're somebody who does want to include shampoos, remind yourself, your price, you're selling that experience. You're including a shampoo and a blowout in your service, in your haircut. Don't underprice yourself. You should still charge for the shampoo and conditioner used. You still should charge for your time at that sink. That's still on your body, that you're straining yourself over the sink.
Exactly.
So you need to sell the experience, but make sure that you are making that experience really good for the client as well. Like, we include a hot towel at the end of our services.
And I don't care, like, I don't know what everyone else does, but, like, even if someone just got a shampoo and a blow dry, even if it's a lady, like, I'll put their hair up. I'm always offering everyone a hot towel. A
hot towel, yes. It's just a nice way to end the service, a hot towel on your neck. Same when you go to get your nails. A lot of the salons give a hot towel on your hands with some lotion.
Oh my gosh. I went and got my nails done the other day. Just a nice shellac, because I'm a biter, so I would bite off the acrylics. And she gave me a full, like, typically I get like at the hand massage hotel. She did right from my elbows down. I was like, yes. Oh my God, I need a massage. This makes me want to book a massage.
Yeah. I love when you get your nails done, they do that and they put the lotion on and then the steam makes it smell good. It's just
and then they put the hot towel and they like smack your hands. I'm like, it feels good.
Yeah. So that's examples of being part of the experience. So that can help you price with confidence, because if you know they're getting a little bit extra pampering in your service that they may not get elsewhere, don't feel bad about your price. And something that I've seen happen over the years, just from different salons I've worked at, is price raising. Yeah. Raising prices. It can be hard. It can be hard to tell your clients that you're upping your prices, but don't feel bad about upping your prices, especially if you are someone who hasn't upped your prices in a long time.
Exactly.
There's inflation on everything. So if you need to raise your prices, you do so, and don't feel... Now, I have seen some stylists who they have some very OG clients who come to them very regularly. Yeah. I'm talking 4 to 6 week clients. They're there
for 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that. Yeah.
If you don't raise their price, fine. But you don't need to give everybody a deal or a discount either. And friends and family. Mm-hmm. I do my mom, my dad, my children, my brother, and my wife for free. And I guess my nephews. Although my mom pays for her color. So yep. I will, like, she'll buy the color, I'll put it on. Those is as far as my family and friends discount extends, because I burnt myself out real quick. Even my bestest friend, I love you so much, Keisha, shout out to you. My bestest friend pays for her hair. My good friend, my childhood friend, just came and saw me. She paid for her hair. I've had aunts, I've had uncles, I've had cousins. Thankfully, I am surrounded by people who do come and pay me for my services.
Yeah, me too.
That is something that hairstylists really need to draw the line at. It's okay if you have a few people that you say, I'm going to do for free, especially if it's close family or a close friend.
Yeah.
But don't be giving everyone in your life free services. You're going to burn out fast. They need to pay you for your time.
My mom was a hairdresser, and she has one friend who she's always done her hair just at home. Mm-hmm. And I kind of took over that. Mm-hmm. I don't make her pay me, but she, every other time, like, will take me out to supper, mm-hmm. get me something, like mm-hmm. that. And again, like, if I do my dad's hair, he'll even give me $10. And I'm like, I don't want that. But he's like, no, you did it. Mm-hmm. But I really try to steer clear just completely at home. Yeah, exactly. I have a lot of people who are I'm very thankful they'll just come into the shop.
Same. I'm very thankful. If you guys are listening, thank you so much for supporting. You know who you are, but you should support your friends, and that's for any endeavor, any adventure. Like, it's one thing if your friends or family already had a hairstylist. We don't need them breaking up with their hairstylist to come to us, but likewise, they can't expect us to just do their hair for free mm-hmm. because it's a skill we have. I have a cousin who's a registered massage therapist. I would never ask her to do massages on me at home for free. If I need her, I'm going to go see her.
I was going to say, oh my God, I'd ask her to do massage at home, but like I'd pay her, but I'd be like, hey, I need a massage.
And that's the thing. And another thing though is working on your days off. Like, you're gonna burn yourself out real quick if on your days off all you're doing is hair. And sometimes it's gonna happen.
We touched on that in the episode we just recorded, but again, I don't know when you'll hear that. But give yourself a break on your day off. Let it be your day off. Let it be your reset day.
Yep.
I want to talk about something quickly.
Yeah.
Going about like raising your prices.
Yep.
So when I started with you guys, I was giving like an apprentice discount on everything. It would range from 15 to 50. Like, if I had the haircut completely take over because I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, it'd be 50. Mm-hmm. If I really needed lots of help blending, it'd be like 25. Mm-hmm. If I really just needed someone to check it and it was fine, it'd be like 15. But I was giving that for the first, I'd say like a good month and a half.
Yep.
And then eventually, like, Monica, our manager, she was like, I'm confident in you. Like, we're checking your cuts and we're not doing much. Like, mm-hmm. you need to be confident in yourself and stop giving that discount now. I was so nervous to be charging the full price. And literally most of it, I'd be charging $30. I was only really giving the 15%.
Yeah.
But even just to go that $5.
Yeah.
Even when I'd have people who I did with the discount and then come back in. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, this is the price now. They never even batted an eye.
They don't say anything. No, it's very rare that someone's going to say anything. If they are someone who's going to say something, they're probably going to ask what the price is before you even start, hopefully. So you don't have to run into it. But I remember that too when I was giving an apprentice discount and then I moved up to charging full price.
It's scary.
It is scary because you feel like you get that imposter syndrome, like, oh my goodness, do I have what it takes to be charging this? Know your worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, we're not out here charging prices of somebody who maybe does it 20 plus years, they're amazing, yada yada. But in a shop like ours, it doesn't matter who you get. If it's a brand new apprentice, you get a discount, but if you get someone who's been doing hair for 30 years or you get someone like me and Ella who've been doing it 4 months, 4 years, you're still paying the same price. So that helps us charge our worth, thankfully.
And I think ever since I've stopped giving that discount, I know my worth. And if I really had a hard haircut and it was super hard to blend and it got taken over because I couldn't finish it, I'll still throw on that 15%.
Yeah.
But I'm not giving it 50.
No, 100%.
And I think I've only done that once since I stopped giving my discount.
Yep. Don't undercharge. And speaking of undercharge, something that we need to talk about and is very common and sucks is cancellation and no-shows, because just like underpricing, these cancellation and no-shows take money out of your pocket.
And I feel like when we go in to talk about this, we are talking about it on a little bit of a different perspective because, like we said, we're blessed that we are walk-in, but we know what it's like for someone who is chair rental.
Yeah.
And again, say if, I don't know, just $180, that's what I'm throwing out there. You have whatever service that is, and then they cancel or no-show last minute, that's $180 you don't get towards your rental of that month.
Yep.
That's $180 that doesn't go towards, or sorry, that's now that you have to take out of your pocket extra to give. That's something you have to take away from. Maybe you needed new supplies, you needed groceries, you needed to pay something.
Exactly.
That's where it can really hurt as somewhere that is chair rental, and that is why you see a lot of places like that have a cancellation fee.
Yep. Same as commission based, because you are directly taking money out of their pocket. That's their salary, that's their pay. So, and you're also wasting time, because for your appointment time, especially an appointment that's costing a couple $100, you're somebody who's going to be sitting in that chair for a few hours. There's other people.
Booked out.
Exactly. And there's other people that probably wanted that spot, that would have paid, that would have showed up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that is, I say our, but like when I say that, I mean hairstylists in general. That is our safety net, because if you're going to no-show and we're going to lose out on $180, maybe that $50 cancellation fee, okay, but that's $50 that I didn't have.
Exactly. And it goes towards it. Now, I know that it can be hard to implement these no-show policies, the deposits, the cancellation fees. I get it. But there is people out there who take advantage of it. They take advantage of canceling and no-showing. Those are the people that you need to put these on. Obviously, it is normal and common practice to have grace the first time somebody misses. Now, in saying that, there also is a lot of shops out there and very high demand stylists who you can't even book in with them unless you give a deposit, and that deposit's non-refundable. I totally get it. I
do too, especially if there's someone who books 6 months out in advance.
Exactly. You need to give a deposit. But if you're somebody who doesn't require a deposit to book and you're dealing with a client, or maybe you have a long-term client and this was a one-off where they canceled last minute or they didn't show up, okay, maybe you don't charge them that cancellation fee, but you could let them know at the time of that, or when it happens. Like, say they just ghost you and no-show. It's totally okay to send a message or a phone call and just be like, hey, I missed you at your appointment. I hope all is well.
Yeah, like check in.
And then when you hear back from them, let them know, like, I understand things come up. I totally get it. I just want to let you know, due to policy,
for future,
if you were to miss an appointment next time, it would result in a cancellation fee, and until that fee's paid, you wouldn't be able to book in again. That is totally okay. And you explain why.
You say, like, I have a wait list. I'm booking this much out. Like, that is taking time away. Obviously, I very much, like, enjoy having you, but if you know you can't make it, at least if you can let me know, maybe I can take someone off my wait list.
Exactly. And that goes that leads into having a 24 to 48 hour cancellation policy where they don't get fee. Now, we are human and we understand everyone is human. Things come up. Like someone may wake up really sick. There's nothing you can do. These, sometimes you may need to use discretion. If it's somebody who has a common theme of canceling a lot, go ahead and force that. But if it's somebody who it's their first time, first offense, like let them go, I think is my, but be firm in your wording. Like next time it could result because you still taking away time.
Exactly. And again, I say it all the time, we're walking, but like the amount of people who will call and be like, I am so sorry, like I'm not able to make it anymore, and they might have booked an appointment online, and they don't realize, like for us, thankfully that's not losing so much money because we're still getting paid hourly, but that's the respect thing. They even call to be like, hey, I can't come.
It's respectful. And sometimes we run late as stylists. If we can give grace to people who are running late. But if you're somebody who's booked back to back, don't feel bad if that person is 15 minutes late and you know it's going to back you up and impact you. Don't feel bad by not taking them in. Whether you choose to have a late fee that may be a little bit less than a cancellation fee, I don't know, but you really need to, one of the first things you need to do when getting into this industry is you need to drop the guilt of pricing, and you need to drop the guilt of like enforcing deposits or enforcing cancellation fees.
Exactly. And I feel like this goes into a little bit of kind of the next part I was thinking about talking about is keeping that loyal clientele. Is if they are loyal, they're going to understand.
100%.
And those relationships are what equals to you having a long-term client.
Exactly. And those long-term clients are who are going to honestly help you push through, I think. Of course, we love our new clients. We love clients. We love most our clients. But those long-term clients who are coming in, seeing you regularly, they're going to be the push you need to keep going.
Exactly.
And like giving you that self-esteem boost. And you should really take care of your VIP clients. That's for sure.
Like seeing that someone like every 6 weeks, you'd be like, they're still coming back to me. I'm still doing something right.
Exactly. And you both would end up looking forward to it. You'd both get comfortable with each other. You'd be able to create that experience with them. And it makes you feel good knowing that they value your skills and your time. Expertise.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And also that goes in to them. It makes them feel remembered. Because if you're like, yeah, I got these next 3 booked out for you this time, they'd be like, wow, like I have a set day. Like exactly. It's a nice feeling for them.
Yep, it is. It's nice things to do. So speaking of those VIP clients, if you are facing a cancellation or no-show, if you have time, maybe those VIP clients are someone that you could reach out to and say, hey, did you want to come in? Maybe you could move their appointments around if they are close by.
And it's close in like time for them to come in.
Maybe they would want to pop in, or maybe they want another service. You could also create content. You could make it
Don't get barbicide in your eye.
Yes. You could try and make that not such a wasted appointment, because content creating really can help your business. It's something that you can do. You can have fun. You can get yourself attention online, which maybe will get you some more appointments.
Yeah.
That's something you could do.
But another big thing you can do, especially if you're not walking, is you can take that time to recharge.
Yep. 100%.
You can give yourself that break that you wouldn't have got.
Yep. You can eat. You can go meditate. You can go pee. You can go TikTok scroll, doom scroll, whatever.
Even if it's just a half an hour.
Yeah.
Take it.
That's a really good point.
Like I said.
Recharge.
I don't know if when this episode will air, but the last one we had talked about the health and safety of your body as a hairstylist, and you really need to keep yourself good.
100%. So ways that you could build and keep a loyal client base, because like we talked about, those loyal clients really are going to make or break your career. You need to remember that sometimes your relationship with your client is almost more important than getting the perfect cut.
Yeah. That was literally the first thing they teach you in hair school. They're like, you could give a good cut, not a great cut, but if you give a good shampoo, they're going to come back.
Yep. Good conversation. If you have, in our case, the hot towel, and you give a good enough massage with that hot towel, they may just come back, and maybe their cut wasn't perfect. But if, like Ella said, if they remember that shampoo or something about that experience, that's going to make them come back and be more willing to let you try again if your cut's not perfect, because you're only going to get better time and time.
Exactly.
And if you have a client's hair who you work with regularly, you're going to know what that hair does. You're going to learn that hair. You're going to learn to cut better.
Yeah. And then going back to when we say, like, if there's a client, you're like, yeah, oh, I got you your next 6 months worth of appointments.
Mm-hmm.
That's making them feel remembered. But another huge thing you can do is really for, like, any returning client is, like, the small things, like, if you know their birthday, things like that.
Yes,
if you can wish them a happy birthday, if they have, like, an appointment close to their birthday time, and, you know, you can give them a little something. Like,
I love that.
Those little things are the relationships.
If you're ever going on a trip, maybe you could bring back something for some of those clients, like maybe a little postcard or a little magnet. Something like that would be super cute.
Exactly.
I love the birthday thing or holidays, and clients are really good for that too. Like, clients love bringing in, like, little gift bags to their stylists whenever it's the holidays, and it can be a two-way street.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so sorry for all the noise today, guys. Emily was rude and took the not squeaky chair. She's less fidgety than I am when I'm trying to sit, and I just can't move because it just goes squeak, squeak.
Yeah, you may or may not hear Ella's chair. Maybe my editing skills will be really good.
And don't worry, I'm not farting. It is just the chair.
Maybe.
But no, really, a good relationship with your client is really just, it's so important.
Yeah. Another way that you can get those loyal clients is by social media. And there are so many ways to utilize social media and use it to your advantage.
When we made our social media for our TikTok, for our podcast, we're like, it's going to be all podcast content, nothing else. We do so much on our TikTok that's not about the podcast, but it is bringing back, it's making people watch. It's entertaining.
Humor, it's funny. Yes, it's entertaining. So social media can be really fun. You can get your transformation out there. You can get tips out there. People love a good transformation video.
And you can learn tips and stuff from out there as well.
100%. So social media, if you're not on it, you may really want to get on social media.
Emily's cord is quite literally sparking right now.
I know. I'm like, please, I have very limited electrical knowledge. I don't want to deal with...
We're already in dry summer too. We don't need a fire, please.
No.
Technical difficulties today. Holy.
Something else that we wanted to talk about is avoiding the discount trap. And we did kind of touch on it, but make sure you are not handing out discounts like candy, even to your most loyal clients. We mentioned that it's okay if you don't raise your prices with those, but you don't need to be going and giving discounts to everyone and their dog just because you know them or went to school with them or because they're coming to you very regularly.
Yeah. Like, something you could do, again, if it's a long-term client, maybe it's a birthday, something like that. For us, like we said, what did you call it? Like an a la carte, everything you have to charge for?
Yeah.
Maybe you give them their shampoo in their cup, but you don't charge the shampoo.
Yeah.
Once in a while, maybe something like that's okay, but you don't have to.
No, don't feel like you have to. You need to know your worth, and just, you're a business. You don't go bartering anywhere else, so don't barter with yourself and don't barter with your clients.
If you didn't give a discount one time and they still came back, that goes to show you they're coming back for you, not because of the price.
Exactly, 100%. And if they're shopping around for the price, that means that they don't really care about the quality of the
their
cut.
hair. Absolutely.
So they can go shop around and try and find the cheapest cut if they want and see, I don't know how it'll work out.
Exactly.
Something else that we need to be prepared for when it comes to our finances is our slow seasons.
Our slow seasons.
We all go through it. We all have our very busy season. Ours is coming up, and something that our manager loves to tell us is we better be calling in with a toe tag on during back to school season.
This is my first back to school season, guys. Yeah. I might be a little tad bit scared.
Yeah. So a lot of people are busy. Doesn't matter if you're walk-in cuts or appointments. People are coming back to school end of summer. Those are busy times. Before summer, usually busy. People getting their summer haircuts. Christmas time busy, all the Christmas cuts. But what notoriously is slow is January and February.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know this because I haven't been
in the industry as a whole. It can be a really slow time. So you, especially if you're a business owner, you need to be watching your data. You need to be watching your numbers. You need to figure out these times, because when you have slow periods, you need to be planning and preparing for them. You need to be prepared. If you know every November is slow because everybody's saving up for December appointments.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to know that. You need to be able to catch it, and you need to be able to prepare for it.
And even maybe a way to prepare would even be, if you know you're super slow and you have been for years, is maybe a day in that month you can choose to have a class.
Yeah, that's true.
Educate people.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Educate your staff.
Yep. Have a staff education day, or maybe like if you have I don't know what all the stores are called everywhere. We have Maritime Beauty and Cosmoprof. I know that there's
like
other stores
beauty
like
suppliers.
Beauty suppliers. They're always putting on educational days.
100%.
Like, look it up. Maybe you can plan for you and your staff or yourself, if you're a one-man show, to go get some extra education. Maybe you sign up for an online course. Use those times to your advantage. You don't need to be sitting around like twiddling your thumbs.
You quite literally, I think, nowadays can find anything online.
Yeah. You can get education in so many different places. Something else that you could do is seasonal promos. So you could have seasonal, like
a back to school sale.
Yes, a back to school sale. Like a winter, something about pampering yourself could be the theme. Spring, like waking up. There's just so much, and we love to
do a little giveaway.
ChatGPT, yes, a little giveaway. Do a social media giveaway. Do a gift basket. Have it sitting up at the front at your reception area.
Just do things to try to drag people out of the cold and bring them in.
Because it seems like slow times really are through the winter, but at the same point they're also not, because people go away on vacations. Like, they're not long periods. It's notorious in the industry for there to be certain times, certain weeks during the year that are slow.
We haven't been as busy as I thought for my first summer, and I think it's because it's been so hot. People are enjoying it at the beach and the pool.
I think so, and they're not like... We get a lot of people come in who are working outside that need their haircuts because they're like, I'm dying of heat. But Ella's right. Like, the last week or two has been slower, and I don't know if that's a lot of other people. You should let us know.
We have Old Home Week for us. That's like our fair, things like that. But
things going on. But we expect to pick up here
after hearing all of you guys talk. That toe tag might need to come out. I'm just kidding. But I am. It's nerve-wracking knowing that it's like a super busy... Oh my god, this chair, I'm so sorry. Knowing that it's a super busy time, but again, I'm kind of excited to see what it's like.
Yep. I mean, I haven't done back to school at this salon. I was at other ones that were appointment, but I haven't been at this walk-in one, so I'm also preparing for, like, war.
This is also my first time that I don't have to go back to school, period.
Yeah.
So it's so exciting that way.
I have back to school with my little ones. My youngest one is still fighting his haircut. He's rocking a rat tail right now. He will not let me touch it, but it'll be touched before school. I'm telling you.
I will find you in your sleep.
Yeah. Something else that hairstylists can do to boost your income too is have multiple streams of income. And this isn't just hairstylists. This is everyone in general. You should have multiple streams of income if you can. So... other than just your job, which is your main income, your career, there's lots of other ways to have side hustles or other income. And the biggest one in hair, the easiest, the quickest, is retail. Yeah. Selling retail.
But again, not pushing retail.
Exactly. Educating our clients, letting them know what really truly is good and what they need, and selling it to them. Like Ella said, you are not pushing it on people. You're not just trying to push stuff just to make $1, but stock yourself with good products. Stock yourself with things you know. Keep those loyal clients in mind and get things in that you think would work. If you want to have samples to show people, like, there's a lot of ways that you can do retail, and that could be a whole other segment on a different episode as well that we could get into with retail. You also could teach classes.
Yeah. Like, I know Monica, I don't know what she went through, what that course is called. Maybe if we have her on here sometime, maybe she can talk about it.
Yeah, she definitely will talk about it.
But she's qualified. Like I said, she also teaches at the hair school one day a week. And now she's qualified to teach classes. And she did a class with some of the newer people who've started. And I gotta say, I give it a good 10 out of 10. It was great.
Yes, I bet it was awesome. So you can teach, like, whether you have a cutting class, a color class, a product knowledge class, there's so many classes that you could try and teach.
Extensions, braiding, all, like, anything.
Yes, imagine if you were somebody who, like, teaching parents of young children with long hair how to style their hair, like, bringing them in one evening and teaching them like 2 or 3 easy hairstyles.
Even the simplest thing for young kids, just teaching them how to brush their hair, like, properly. Because I hate it when they're like crying because I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm not trying to pull, but it's just like so tangly.
Yeah. Collaborating with other industries is good. Like if you collaborate with photographers, or if you position yourself to be someone who's go-to for weddings or events. Bridal shops, if you collab with bridal shops so that they start recommending you to their clients, if you're somebody who likes doing updos.
Even people who are in the field, just maybe in a different type of way, like our estheticians are our best friends.
Exactly. If you collab with esthetician, back to social media, you could do a giveaway, you and an esthetician, where you give away maybe, I don't know, a deep conditioning treatment, and like, the list just goes on.
Facial peel.
Like, you literally just have to get creative here and find ways to sell yourself, to market yourself, while still pricing yourself and not burning out.
Exactly.
But there's a balance between needing to sacrifice a little bit because you know it's a long-term gain, or somebody who's just giving themselves away completely all the time. And
I will just say, esthetician-wise, my good friend Kennedy is an esthetician. She is over at Soho in Stratford. She is amazing, and she will be joining us at some point when we do one of these episodes.
Yay, shout out to Kennedy.
So I am shouting her out because she will be on.
That's amazing. I love that. So the last thing that Elle and I really wanted to touch on, which we think is one of the more important things, is the emotional side of business. And 100%. This is whether you're a business owner or not, it can be a very emotional job.
100%. You hear things in your chair, you see things, like, even if people come in like with a mat and they tell you like, oh, I've been in the hospital bed, like, you see a lot and you hear a lot, you take on a lot. And as much as everyone says it, but you really have to try to just leave it at work. Yeah. Because if you take that home with you, it really can affect your mental health.
It's true. So you need to be working on your emotional health. Need to know that not every client is a fit. Like Ella said, you hear a lot in your chair. And sometimes if somebody is aggressive, or you just know you're not able to give them what they want, especially if it's been multiple appointments and disappointments, not every client is a fit, and you don't need to say yes to everything and everyone.
I actually had a client sit in my chair today, and he wanted a fade, and I wasn't nervous to be like, I actually have another stylist who is much better at fades, and I feel more confident that you would be more approving if she did your haircut.
Oh, wow. That's nice. And they did it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And then you also could have client walk out with toner on their hair, like I told that story in the episode that will be out eventually. And I know she's not a fit for me because I won't do that color again.
Yeah. So you're
allowed to say no.
You are 100% allowed to say no.
Boundaries, like, we have talked about that.
Yeah.
Like, you have set hours. Someone trying to book in with you, oh, I know it's your day off, or oh, I know you're off at this time. No, you're allowed to have set hours. You don't need to overbook yourself, and take your days off.
Yep.
Enjoy them as much as you can. Relax and try to bring your body back.
And don't feel like you need to explain either.
No, exactly. And it's especially hard for people who are appointment-based. But if there's literally anything, a family emergency, anything, and you have a receptionist or you yourself call, be like, hey, I'm not coming in. Unfortunately, we're going to need to reschedule. And they're like, why? You don't have to owe an explanation.
100%.
You can say as easy as, something with my family's came up. That's all.
Yep.
They don't even need that. That's the bare minimum.
That's valid. I agree. You don't need to go into these full explanations, and you don't need to try and bend over backwards to help everybody.
No. If you have a family emergency come up and you be like, but I can take you in on my day off or after hours, you don't need to do that.
Nope.
You are going to find time for them again, even if it's not their regular day and regular time.
Now, if you feel like that's something you want to do, by all means, go for it. But the point of this is you need to do what feels right. Yourself, exactly. Don't be doing things because you're trying to please others and appease to everybody. You can't. You're one person.
Who's going to do their hair like you when you're burnt out from doing all the extra for them?
Exactly. So that was just our take on the business side of beauty. We can't wait to get more people on the show, and hopefully we get a business owner on so we can pick their brain from the business side. That would be super fun.
And we mentioned this again in the last episode we filmed. Every episode, we're gonna end with something fun. Just in case we bored you a little bit with the business side. I get it.
Yeah.
But we're either going to do like this or that, some rapid fire questions, just fun questions.
Yep.
So I'm going to go first.
Okay.
I'm not giving you the option.
Okay. Love it.
I kind of came up with just some questions that like, not get to know you, but like get to know you.
Yeah.
Okay? What is your hometown?
Crapo.
What's your zodiac sign?
Taurus.
So, when's your birthday then?
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, because I know some of them, like, are, like, on the edge of, like,
could be the cusp. No, yeah. I'm a full-blown Taurus.
What is your dream travel destination?
I've already been there, but my dream travel destination always is and always will be Mexico.
Fair.
Obsessed.
What is your favorite local restaurant?
Merchant Man. It's where me and Kaylee were on our first date.
Oh, how cute. Now back to the hair thing. What is your best tip for taking an after photo?
Lighting.
Nah, I knew that.
You need to be the proper lighting. And none of those ring light and shit. I mean, the ring light has its place. I'm talking bright outdoor light. And the light needs to be shining on your color. And use the portrait mode in your phone. I could go on and on about the photo tips, but I won't.
Well, that's all I got for my questions.
All right, I'm rapid firing. Here we go. Right. Commission or booth rent, if you had to choose?
Oh. Probably chair rental.
Fully booked with fewer clients per day or more clients with shorter services?
More clients, shorter services.
Higher prices with fewer work days or lower prices with a packed schedule?
Lower prices, packed schedule.
Walk-ins welcome or appointment only?
Walk-in.
Social media as your main marketing or word-of-mouth referrals?
I'm going to say social media because that one is kind of a trick question because the people who you meet on social media or see your social media can also share it to their friends who can see their social media. Oh, that's
true. Well, we really appreciate you guys coming and tuning in. Anybody who's listening, please feel free to give us any feedback, especially on the business side.
Absolutely.
However tangled your day may be, we hope that this helps smooth a few strands. And remember, you're doing your best.
Send us your stylist stories, confessions, or any questions at all that you have for us to answer. We appreciate your support every week, and you can catch us next week on Untangle It All with Ella and Emily. Bye!
Bye!